family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Horizon for those of you guys who are new here. If this is your first time stopping by, I really hope this isn't going to be your last. And if you are returning, thank you so much for stopping back by. So today we're going to do something just a little bit different. I already told you guys we're pretty random on this channel. We're going to be doing a tutorial on how I achieve these Marley slash kinky twists. They are pretty long. I got them, they stop right underneath the cheeks. So that's typically kind of how I like my hair, you know, about this length or a little longer. But yeah, if you want to see how I achieve this look, go ahead and stick around. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you guys for coming back by. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can join the family. I will go ahead and leave the link to the products that I use if they can be found online. I'll leave them linked in the description box, and I'll try to leave some pictures on the screen also so you can see the items that I use to achieve this look. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's get into the video.
Hey guys, so we're going to be starting off with freshly washed hair. I went ahead and washed my hair prior to recording. So right now I'm just parting my hair, and I did go ahead and part it down the middle in the front, and then I just separated it with my fingers in the back. But you will see me separate them into 4 sections here, and I'm just going to show you the front and the back. Okay, so for this portion, I'm just going to show you the products that I'm going to be adding to just one section of my hair. I'm going to go ahead and spray some leave-in conditioner in, and then I'm also going to use my hair moisturizer with a little bit of oil and just work that through the section. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to just detangle the section a little bit. I did go ahead and do the same process to all 4 sections of my hair off camera, and then whenever I was going to do the twist and if the ends were a little dry, I did spray just a little bit more of the leave-in conditioner on it. My hair was previously bleached. I did go ahead and just cover it up with black dye, so that's why my ends might look a little fuzzy, and that's why I do add a little bit more leave-in conditioner to my ends whenever I'm about to complete a twist. Next, I'm just going to braid down the sections that I'm not going to be working on at the moment. I just feel that it works best for my hair just to kind of get it out the way, but keep them braided down because I already know this is going to be a bit of a process and I don't want them drying out on me. Okay, so next I'm just taking the hair out of the packages. I did put on the screen the 30-inch version because it looks like they were out of the 36-inch. And I'm just going to go ahead and part it in the front. I'm going to try to get the parts as clean as possible. In the back, I don't really worry about it too much just because it's the back. But the front is what I'm typically the most concerned about. So I'm going to go ahead and part the sections, make sure that it's to my liking. After getting the hair out the way, I'm just going to go with my favorite edge control. This is the She's Bomb Slick and Slay, and I do prefer this, just using it for my hair, because Shine and Jam does nothing for my hair. So I just take my edge control, I put it on the parts, and then I go through and I take off the section that I know I'm going to work on, put a little bit more edge control, and then get the other section out of the way. Looking at my hair on camera, it does look like I made the parts a little bit bigger than what I probably should have, but even though my hair is sort of thick, my hair strands are very fine. So the smaller the section that I make, the less hair becomes in the twist, and then it just seems to pull a little bit too much on my hair. So I find that I have to make my parts just a little bit bigger in order for a decent amount of hair to be in a twist. Okay, so time for the moment of truth. I'm going to go ahead and take a strand of the Marley hair from the pack, and then you're going to see me stagger it. I like my hair pretty long, so I stagger it enough so that way it can be a little long. I take the ends and I'm going to use my fingers just to kind of separate them so that way it's not stuck together like they come. So you're going to see me just angling how I want the length of the twist to be, and then I'm going to put it up next to my hair just to kind of see how long it's going to fall on my body. I am pretty short. So you're going to see me take the Marley hair in between my thumb and my pointer finger, and I'm going to wrap it around my hair. And then I'm going to braid downwards. I tried to count between about 6 and 8 times depending on how thick my hair was and depending on just kind of how it felt to me. So you're going to see me braid it down some, and then I'm going to split my hair in half, and then I'm going to take my hair and tuck it into the Marley hair, and then I'm going to begin twisting downwards. When it comes to adding product on the ends of my hair, I like to gauge it for the most part. This hair is pretty rough, so to me it's unnecessary to add extra product on the ends, but because this is my first time doing it this way, I just wanted to be safe. So I added some product to the ends, and then I went ahead and twisted downwards, and I'm just going to keep twisting. The hair does get a little tangle between itself, so I like to just finger the tangle as I go so that way it's not as rough when I get to the end. As you can see, we're getting to the end where the shorter piece is becoming too short to twist with the rest of the hair. So I'm going to go ahead and separate the really long piece. You're going to see me separate it into 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the shorter piece as well. I'm going to go ahead and separate that into 2. I'm now going to take one of the short pieces and one of the long pieces, and I'm just going to connect them together, and then I'm going to begin to twist that together as well. So that way when I get towards the bottom, it doesn't feel like a harsh taper once I get from the pieces with 2 in it to the pieces with 1. I really hope that makes sense. And the hair was pretty long, so I was trying to find ways to tuck it underneath my chin or to hold it up so that way I can twist it appropriately, but for the sake of this video I just went ahead and bit the piece of the hair so I can go ahead and twist it. Once I got to the end of the twist, I just went ahead and twisted it around on my finger like I would do the ends of my hair if I'm twisting or braiding. And then I'm just showing you what it looks like after I've completed it. It did come out pretty long, probably to about like the back of my knee, but that's how I wanted it. Okay, so here we're down to the very last 2. I saved the ones in the front for last so that way I can show another demonstration. I went ahead and already pre-separated the hair, and then now I'm just going to tuck that piece away, and I'm going to take some more of my She's Balm and I'm going to place it on my hair and prep the section. So once again, we're going to go ahead and stagger the Marley hair to my liking just to make sure I'm adding a little bit more length. I'm going to go ahead and separate the ends of the hair as well. And then I'm going to take the hair and I'm going to wrap it around my hair like you would be doing a braid. So the 2 sections, I'm going to go ahead and pull it taut, the 2 sections of the Marley hair and then my hair in my other hand. And I'm going to begin to braid down like I would a regular braid. So for this particular piece in the front, I did go ahead and braid it down, I believe 7 times. And I try to braid it down to where my regular hair ends up in the middle of the Marley hair. I did not separate this section just because it was pretty fine. I just went ahead and tucked it to one side, and then I began twisting the hair down. I am going to go ahead and separate the ends of the hair again into two. So for the longer piece and for the shorter piece. And the hair is pretty rough, so I do have to work a little bit just to get the sections separated. Don't forget to match up one of the shorter pieces with the longer piece, and then just go ahead and start twisting back down so that way everything can be uniform. Okay, so we have one more demonstration for the twist. And one thing I did not mention, I think I mentioned it at the end of the video, when you're putting the product, if you do decide to use She's Bomb, make sure you smooth it out, because if you do not, it's going to leave a little bit of pink residue. But I'll go ahead and I smooth it out, I stagger my hair, and then I separate the ends. So we're going to go ahead and loop around the hair one more time around your regular hair. Make sure your hair is on one side, the Marley hair is on the other, and then you're going to go ahead and begin to braid down. I do use my hand to kind of anchor it to my head just because my hair is very slippery. It falls out of styles so quick. So I did go ahead and add a little bit more pressure and tension when I did mine. I'm going to go ahead and braid it down about 5 or 6 times depending on the section of the hair. So here I'm just looking in my mirror to kind of gauge if I should separate it down the middle or not. This section was a little thicker than the other one, so I did go ahead and split it down the middle, and then I went ahead and started twisting again. I'm adding a bit more product to the ends of the hair just so it can, be a little more neat. But to be honest, the Marley hair, it really blends so well with my hair. I feel like I didn't really need it, to be honest. But one thing I can say about having my hair dyed black, when it comes to concealing my imperfections, they really do it. Because right now, it does not look like, I don't know. It looks pretty decent for somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Here again, we're going to go ahead and split the longer piece and the shorter piece just to make sure that they match up. And then we're going to match one long end with one short end, and then we're going to begin to twist down again. So once I was done with all the twists, I went ahead and dipped my hair. I only did that because I seen another video on YouTube where the girl dipped the ends of her hair, and it seemed like it came out a little better. But in my personal opinion, I don't really see a difference from me dipping my hair versus not dipping it for the twist. Now, of course, I'm always going to dip my braids, but for these twists, I did not really see a difference. So I'm one of those weird people who like to count the amount of twists or braids they have, and I have 80. That's crazy. If I would have realized that I was making the parts so small where I was going to have that much, the parts was definitely going to need to be bigger.
Okay, so here is the finished product. I like how these came out. I'm always nervous every time I do my hair in the beginning. I'm always nervous to see, when it's like partially done. I'm nervous to see what it's going to look like at the end, but I am satisfied. I did put a little bit more in my hair than I anticipated. I did run out of the hair that I got from Amazon, so I had a few pieces of black hair left. Typically, I don't wear black hair. My hair has always been bleached, so I just decided not to bleach my hair anymore, and I dyed it back black. So this is my first time, in a really long time doing my hair with dark hair, but I think they came out pretty good. I like how it came out. They are long, and the twists themselves are not that thick. They're actually a little thinner. I noticed that the hair from Amazon is a lot, it's not as thick as the Cuban hair that you'll get from the store. So I feel like if you are going to buy the hair from Amazon, you know, it's just not going to be as thick as what you're used to. If I would have gotten it from the hair store, I probably wouldn't have this many just because I was expecting it to be thicker, but I'm not mad at how it came out. I think they're pretty cute. Tell me what you think. Okay. And I'm a DIY girly, so I don't mind, doing my hair at home. Yes, I know it's not gonna look as professional as if I would have went and got it done somewhere, but for the most part, I don't really keep my hairstyles in that long. The longest I'll probably keep it in is about a month, and that's really pushing it for my hair. So I don't mind, it not looking as professional, just because I know I'm not gonna keep them in that long anyway. So one thing I did not mention is that the hair gel that I use, that's typically my edge control, the She's Balm, I use that for my parts, and I only use it mainly in the front just because I don't really like using Shine and Jam, because for whatever the reason is, it just makes my hair puffy and greasy. I don't know why, like my hair is very strange, but for whatever the reason is, whenever I use them, even when I did my previous braids that I had in, it just did not do anything for my hair. I noticed that the She's Balm is the only thing that kind of attempted to slick my hair down. So if you guys have any recommendations on any hair gels that I should use when I do my braids or any kind of twist, please let me know. My only downfall with the She's Balm is that with my hair, when it dries, it kind of leaves a little bit of pink residue. I don't want to say flakes because it's not flakes, but if maybe I don't smooth out the product all the way, it'll leave like tiny, clumps of pink, which I don't mind, just because they'll go away after a little bit. But for those of you guys who don't like that, I would just make sure that you keep that in mind when you go to use it. But for the most part, I always use that on my edges. That's the only thing that will slick my edges down, so that's the only product that I'll use. So I'm still, working through the kinks of finding the appropriate products to use for my hair. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, let me know. My hair doesn't listen to anybody, so maybe they'll listen to you. But I just wanted to make sure, I said that because I did not want to forget, and I don't want anybody being upset if they use it and, it does the same thing on their hair. I do like the parts. I don't really mind if my parts are not fully, are not as crisp and as clean for twists, especially with this kind of hair, just because I like the older that it gets, the more slightly messy it looks. For this kind of hair, I approve of it 100%. This kind of hair and, my faux locks 100% get messy on me, but when it comes to my braids, then we're going to be a little bit more particular. But thank you guys for making it to the end, for watching the video all the way through. If you like this video, don't forget to like this video for the algorithm, and don't forget to leave me a comment letting me know what you think of the hair, how it came out, if you think I should try any other colors. And until next time, I see you guys later. Bye. Thank you guys so much for stopping by.